Hello everyone, my name is Nomus and welcome back to another episode of Project Zomboid Hardcore Survival. We're picking up here a little while after our last episode. It is December 12th, which puts us at, let's see here, where are we at here? 8 months, 3 days survived. We're now playing on the new, I will back up my saves build 40. So a lot of new changes to kind of go over here. You'll probably notice that the color palette is a little bit different. I'm assuming this is because of the new shaders that they're kind of working on. So things are a little bit washed out now. I'm not sure if that's because we're maybe in the middle of winter right now, but that's kind of the first thing that you'll notice. Second thing that you'll notice, well, down in the right, you might be able to see some error messages popping up there, error counters. Not really sure what that is. Just could be because we're using an old save file here. Could be something that's carried over there, not sure. But we've also got in our info panel here, we have a little chevron now indicating if we're gaining weight at the moment or losing weight. So that's kind of cool, kind of handy. You can see, well, hopefully you guys can see those little error messages, error counters popping up in the bottom right there. But it doesn't seem to be affecting our gameplay. We could probably take a look at the log file to see exactly what was happening there. But today we're going to continue some work on our garden because, as you can see here, I've got some hay floor and hay stacks in our back of our car, plus all the low hedges that we picked up in the last episode. So while we're putting all this stuff down, we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the changes that we'll be able to explore and experience in this new build as the episodes progress. Let's see, what else can I pick up here? I can probably pick up more hedges. We'll do the hedges first. But probably the biggest change in build 40 is the new weather system. So we do have a new weather system that the folks over at IndieStone have been working on for a while. It had been sitting over in its own test branch. I did a video shortly after that test branch initially came out. So a lot of you already saw that and kind of have an idea of everything that was involved in the new weather system. But we should be seeing some more changes to cloud cover, fog, snow, storms, that kind of stuff happening around us. It'll be kind of cool to see because we haven't had any snow yet. So I'm guessing in the next couple weeks here, we're going to get probably a snowstorm. So that'll be pretty cool to experience. We're over in our garden. Let's go ahead. Oh, I need to go pick up my shovel. Let me go grab that. We'll be right back. All right, we got the shovel now. So let's place these down. We can rotate them. So maybe what we could do, if I can get it to rotate correctly, maybe we could do like a kind of a hedge, a shrub pathway leading into this area with an entrance. Maybe we'll make it like two across, maybe 2 lanes across. We could start it maybe over here. And I did have a lot of suggestions for how this should all be laid out. So thank you very much for leaving those comments. We will keep our eye out for some flower beds. As some people have suggested, we can't transplant trees, so we won't be able to do that, but otherwise we should be able to make a pretty cool looking garden here for Cynthia, our main statue. Let's just put this here. Some of the other big changes have to do with the cars, the vehicles in the game. We should be able to dismantle those burned out wrecks now with a blowtorch, and that should give us metalworking materials like metal tubes and I would assume scrap metal, as well as give us XP towards our metalworking skill. So we'll definitely be trying that out at some point. I believe if you get drunk, if you get the drunk moodle, that will affect your steering in cars, so that's kind of cool. I believe driving in general should be more affected by the weather, whether it's like rainy or what have you out, blizzardy, icy conditions, that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's go with that for now. And we're going to explore a bunch of new features in the days and weeks to come here. So I'm not sure how a turn is going to look. It doesn't look too bad. So let's toss another one here. And okay, that's all the bushes we have there. Let's go grab some more, and then we can start putting down some hay bales as well. Oh, I parked too close to that side of the wall apparently. And I parked too close there. So let's just back this out. And it sounds like we might have some different sounds for the cars too. That sounds a little bit different than it did before. I don't know if that's just because it's louder or it's actually new. Oh, that's all the bushes we had. Okay, well, let's grab the hay bales then. So grab some of these hay floors. And we'll grab some stacks. So I was about to put these hay items down in the garden, but then I remembered some of you were suggesting maybe we should put this stuff out by our fishing area. So let's place some of these down in the fishing area. Let's do the hay bale. I think I'll move this fire pit actually. I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up though. I just have to take campfire materials. Okay. Oh, and we have another helicopter. Well, we gotta take care of this, so let's quickly put down some hay bales here. I actually had a helicopter event in between episodes around December 5th, so only a week ago. So we're gonna head back to our car and hit the road. Might be a good opportunity for us to try and dismantle some burnt out wrecks on the road. Do I have any food on me? I do. I got a stir fry. That should be good. And let's just fill up our water. And we'll get out of here. Fill that up. Okay. The generator is good. We got about 70% fuel in there. So I'm going to drop the rest of these hay floors into the back. And we will be on our way before the zombies come. So let's drop all this off. Oh, okay. Hop in. So I think this is our quickest succession of helicopter events 1 week. I don't think we've had too many. It's usually like 11 days to 2 weeks, so. Oh, and there comes the first of the zombies. Overall speaking, though, the color palette is definitely more washed out, I would say, than it was before Build 40. I feel like the engine noises are a lot louder, too. Just trying to think of where there are some wrecked cars. I know there are some in this general area. Let's head up towards Point Romo. Eat some of this stir fry. I do have my backpack with our propane torch, so we will be able to do some of this dismantling once we find a car. Okay, I just turned down the engine noise a bit. There's actually a slider now in the options for that. So we can't dismantle these cars, aside from taking out the regular parts. We need to find a burnt out vehicle. And that helicopter event started, I think, around 7 o'clock. It's now 8 o'clock. So we'll remember to mark this one down in our journal. Alright, here's a burnt out car. You can still hear the helicopter above us. So I don't see any zombies around us right now. Let's take a moment to test this out. So let's unpack our propane torch and our welding mask. If we right click, there we go, dismantle car wreck. Dismantling car wrecks with a welding mask and propane torch will remove them from your path and provide metal construction materials. Higher metalwork skill will retrieve more usable salvage. Only takes, no skill to actually dismantle them. If we take a look at our skill, there's our metalworking. So we're at level 3 right now. And it doesn't look like there's anything else new here. Well, let's go ahead and see what we get for XP here. So we're at 121 right now. So let's dismantle a car wreck. It'll probably take a long time to do. But we're going to go from 121. Hopefully it's a significant amount of XP we get from it. And we'll see what kind of materials we get. So from 121 to 129, so about 8 with our multiplier. And we got one small metal sheet from it. Cool. Alright, well let's pick this up. Let's toss that in the back. So the higher our metalworking skill, the more usable materials we'll be able to grab from those wrecks. But pretty cool. So I know a lot of people have been commenting in previous videos about how they wish they could dismantle those wrecks. Alright, we're a little bit cold here. And it looks like you can see a little bit of shadows. I think you can, at least on the ground, from cloud cover. Unless that's just my eyes playing tricks on me. But we will need to pay attention a bit more to our body temperature. So it is going to be affected by things like wind and the sun and rain and snow. So we're just going to go driving for a little bit longer here. Hopefully the longer we're out today, the more of the new weather systems we'll end up seeing. Be cool if we get a little bit of fog in the morning. Oh, that's a few zombies there. Get around there. There is a wreck, though. We could potentially go back to a dismantle. Just not sure if the helicopter event is over quite yet. It's 9:30. Our cat eyes will be kicking in here in any moment. I believe there's a farm up here, though, just up this road we haven't been to, so we might as well check that out since we're over here. Should just be down this road. I think. Yeah. Let's see. Does this road just keep going here? I think it might just be on that turnoff. And one other thing I realized was we have an e-brake. I didn't realize that, but you can use spacebar for the e-brake. I've just been using S up until now. Looks like the light's on, but I think that's just... oh, there's another generator there. We might as well take this one, because we did leave the other generator back at the mall, so I'm going to bring this one back so we can have our power in the garage again. Kind of a nice find, unexpected. Just toss that on the back seat. Cool. And we might as well do a little bit of looting. Oh, one other thing, I guess when we get back, we could start doing some metalworking with the metal fences, hey? We were going to make some of those. We've been talking about it for a while. Let's actually get a knife out here. That'd probably be a smart idea. And I hear some zombies outside in the back. Another fishing rod, some more fishing line. That'll be good for the spring. Our car battery charger. I remember reading something in the update notes about the car battery charger being different now. I can't remember if I brought ours back from the mall either, so I'm going to pick that up. Another propane torch, some more thread. Empty gas can, fishing tackle. Some more metalworking stuff. Alright, where's this zombie? A few zombies. Alright, well, they shouldn't bother us. As long as they stay out in the field. Got another shed out there. Let's check the farmhouse. I feel like the windows and the door opening, I feel like those sounds are, and like the doorknob rattle, I feel like those are quieter now. So definitely some tweaks with the color, with the shaders, and apparently with some of the sound as well. Alright, let's dismantle this. Speaking of dismantling electronics, our electrical skill about halfway to level 7. So we're getting there. We could dismantle this TV once we know the rest of the house is clear. I'm gonna grab another lamp. Oh, we got a suicide victim here. Drank herself to death with the old bleach. Cold pack. Still haven't used those smoke bombs. I'll have to try that out still. Apparently, yeah, well, being a farm makes sense that there's farming stuff here. Alright, so once this is cleared, yeah, we're good. So let's go ahead and pick up the TV. And we'll dismantle this. There we go. Transfer all those items over. We have about 100 scrap electronic now back home. After we did pretty good at the mall for getting electronic scraps, so we should be good for being able to repair our generator for quite some time. Okay, so this is clear. You know what? Let's just clear out these zombies here. And we'll spend the night. Oh, look at that. You can see something new on our Moodle here. It says that our temperature is dropping. You can see those little chevrons. Oh, so that's cool. I wonder if we... So it's got 2 chevrons going down. I don't think it tells us anywhere else. Health? No. Okay, so if I take off my sweater, I wonder if we'll get cooled faster. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So everything is updated real time. Let's go ahead and wear that. And are we wearing shoes? We're not wearing shoes. So let's grab some shoes. That should help warm us up even more. Yeah, there we go. Down to 1 chevron for our temperature change. So apparently if you're wet and it's cold out, it'll affect you getting cold faster. Same with if it's windy, that'll have an effect. It'll also have an effect whether you're, I believe, on the main floor of a building or up on the higher you go. I think the colder you get, or the less heat that the building will retain. So it should necessitate like having campfires or stoves going in the winter. You should need to keep an eye on that stuff more often. And we do have that wood-burning stove in our bedroom, so we're probably going to start utilizing that more. Very dark in here. We could use a flashlight, I suppose. We haven't really used a flashlight at all this season, I don't think. There we go. So can I just use F to turn this on and off? Yeah, okay, good. It's been a while since I've used one. Alright, so we're just going to spend the night in here. We'll just make sure all the windows are closed and intact. You can see our warmth is now increasing. Got the little green chevron there. So, if we... I've always wondered if the curtains actually do anything. Alright, so the temperature's going down again here. Let's sleep in maybe the smaller room. And let's close the curtains. I've always wondered if the curtains actually, if it's closed, if it has an effect on temperature. I wonder if they've added that in at all. Still got the one red chevron. So, we're just going to have a bit to eat here. And get to bed. And we'll see how this kind of... Oh no, it's warming up now. That might be because we ate something though. So I think eating also has an effect on your body heat. So let's just... we're just going to go to sleep here. And we'll see how things look in the morning. Alright, I had our alarm set, so we didn't really sleep for all that long. Let's just turn this off. And speaking of alarms, the digital watch and the alarm clock should have a smaller radius for alerting zombies, is my understanding. So not much of a difference weather-wise right now. We are going to roll with the heat on, though, in the car. Now, if I crank up the heat, let's watch our Moodle here. We still only have the one green chevron. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. But let's continue driving down here. It doesn't look like that's going to change. I thought maybe we would get more... Oh, no, that's a dead end. Thought maybe we would get more green chevrons the higher we cranked up the heat in the car. Anyway, since we're out on the road, we're, I guess, just going to explore some of the back roads today. And we'll dismantle cars as we come across them. There's another wrecked car. We got a few zombies around us. So let's just park it here. We'll take care of these guys. Dismantle another car. We'll see if we get something different than just the one small metal sheet. Alright, let's go ahead and... Oh, yeah, pull out our items again here, because I think I put them away. Did I? I don't know, it should still be out. Propane torch. Welding mask. Oh, I don't know why we can't dismantle this one. Oh, there we go. So doing this does actually use up some of the propane, I believe, in the blowtorch. So we're about 50% full there on the blowtorch. Yeah, so it does use... Oh, and look at that. We got a ton of stuff off of this one. Cool. So even with level 3, you can do pretty good. Well, this should open up a lot of possibilities for doing more metalworking. The more materials you have, the more stuff you'll be able to do, right? So let's drop all that metalworking stuff off. Oh, it's, yeah, going slowly. I think there's one more farm up in this direction, so we'll check that out. Oh, you guys hear that? There's a wolf howl. That's new. I don't think they've had... I've never heard a wolf howl before. Pretty cool. So the zombie population is picking up here because we are pretty close to the golf course. We might not have a lot of time to search. Let's quickly... Oh no, that's all closed up. We need a sledgehammer to get in there. Okay, let's... Never mind then. Come on. Let's get out of here. Not worth our time dealing with this many zombies. Okay, so if we kept going up that way, we would hit up the highway and meet up with the golf course. We are going to get there at some point this season. But let's head back down. And maybe we'll just... I don't know, we should just go home, or... There was that one other wreck that we could dismantle on the way back home. So I think we'll head in that direction. And once we do get home, we can kind of finish putting down those hay bales. And maybe do a little bit of metalworking with a fence or something. Alright, well here's the other wreck. I think that's more zombies than I really want to take on fighting right now, so I'm just going to head back home. Oh, and now we do have the double chevron for warming up with the heat cranked, because it just took a little while for that to... Oh, there we go, triple chevron. So we're really warming up now. Just took a little while for the car to warm up, I guess. And you know what? We are back home, and there's actually a wreck here that we can take care of, so let's do that, since it should be pretty safe here. Vehicle mechanics, yeah, that just tells us that it's busted up. Alright, so let's go ahead and dismantle this one. Good. And just listening, I'm actually hearing more wildlife out in the woods here. Sounded like there was maybe a loon. Yeah, there you go. Maybe not a loon, but some sort of bird. Different from what we've heard in the past. There we go. We got some metal tubes off of this one. Let's pick those up. Yeah, I'm liking the changes here. It's a good update. Oh, and we have a visitor. Someone has finally come to see us. So let's draw them up to the grave. We'll take care of them up there, and we'll just dump the body in the ground right away. It's not often we get visitors. And then I have to update our helicopter journal. Make sure we continue tracking these events. All right, man, right up here, your new domicile. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the corpse and we'll just bury the corpse here. There we go, easy peasy. So we were gonna finish doing the hay stuff over by our fishing area. And then we're going to do some metalworking with some fences. So stay, just hang in there. Okay, so we got those hay bales down there. We'll probably end up moving stuff around here, but let's put, oh, we can't rotate these. Let's put this double one over here. And we'll do, yeah, we can't rotate any of these. Do a single one here. And then we got some of this hay floor we'll just put down on the ground all around here. And we'll have a nice little fishing spot. Nice and soft. He'll be able to sit down on the hay bales if he needs a rest. So if I put these down here, is it just going to fill in half the tile? Yeah, it looks a little wonky. I'm not sure if we'll keep that there or not. We got a lot of these tiles, so we might as well just fill in this whole area. Or is that all of them? That's all of them I have right now. Okay. I'm going to actually pick this one up. I don't really like the looks of that. And we'll just put this down here. Alright, cool. So there's our little fishing area. We'll continue working on that. I'm going to go grab some metalworking materials and we'll come down and we'll make ourselves our first fence. Okay, so I got a bunch of metal tubes on us. We got 18 in our bag plus another 23 on us. There's still even more upstairs. I've got, let's see, 5 things of welding rods. Got our welding mats. I got 4 propane torches. A couple of them are pretty empty, but let's see what we can do with this. I'm thinking of doing maybe a fence around our little playground area. So let's go to metalworking. We're gonna do the pole fence here. So takes, let's see, blowtorch uses 2 welding rods. I guess 4 units of the blowtorch. Our welding mask and 3 tubes plus metalworking of 3. So let's take this. We're gonna see how much we get for doing this as well. I wonder if it's just gonna be 8 XP for anything you do at this level. Or we're at 167 right now. So this is just a small fence, something that you'd be able to hop over, I'm assuming. So let's how much room should we give? Like maybe out here, or is that too far? Maybe that's enough right there. There's 1 tile to walk around stuff. Yeah, let's just go like that. So our very first metalworking here. You can actually hear the blowtorch go. All right, so we went from, oh, we got quite a bit there. Not quite 30, but 25, isn't that right? So from 192, let's check it again here. To 217, yeah, so we're getting about 25 XP for each of these that we put down, so that's quite good. And taking a look at our propane torch here, we did go through the last bit of 1. And the welding rods we're not using very much, so let's continue on here. And we'll see how much of this playground we can encompass with our little pole fence. And yeah, you can climb over these. Cool. Should we turn it here? Or should we go 1? Let's go 1 more. So we go 1 more. Yeah, we should be able to come across just fine. So let's rotate and we'll do it right here. Yeah, well, we'll get close to level 4. I don't think we'll get quite there today. But we'll be close. Other things we can do with our metalworking at this stage, we can make some containers. We can do shelves. That only takes metalworking 2. We can make not quite metal crates. That's level 4. So just the shelves. For walls and fencing, we can do the metal wall frame. And we might actually... It might be a good idea to redo the wall on our main floor in metal walls. That could be maybe another project for the winter. And then aside from that, we can also do just a regular fence. But that takes a little bit more for materials. It takes scrap metal and small metal sheets. But that's also a metalworking 3 requirement. Then our pole fence. Wire fence is level 4. And then big wire fence, so this will be another short one. Big wire fence is level 5. Big pole fence level 7. And then aside from that, doors all start at level 4 and up. And metal roof, we can do that as well at this stage. So we could do metal roof or metal floor. That takes 1 small metal sheet. So I'm going to continue with this fence though. And we'll just use up as many poles as we have here. That's probably going to be the item that runs out first. Let's leave a little entrance maybe there, because we can do a fence gate at level 4. So we'll leave a little space here for a fence gate. And then that'll kind of lead into our garden area. So we'll leave a gap there, continue on here. And I think that's all the poles we have. We still have our propane torches. Still have rods. We got 2 metal tubes left there. And did we use all the ones up in our bag? Yes, we did. Okay, and how close are we to level 4 here? Still a ways to go. About 250 left to go there. So that'd be 12 more fences. I think I do have some more metal tubes up here though. So let's maybe use the rest of these. We got 13. So that's enough for 5 more. So we'll use these up. And then we could always do some metal floors, because I mean we have a lot of these small metal sheets. We got 39. So that could also be another way for us to get some more XP, to get ourselves up to level 4. Maybe we could do metal floor up on the storage room area. Alright, so I think we'll do the same over here. We'll leave a little bit of a gap here for another fence. So pole fence, what are we missing here? Blowtorch uses 4, welding rods 2. It says we're out, but I don't see that we're out. Oh, unless just the one that we're equipped with is out. Yes, it is. Okay. So let's drop that. And there we go. We can use the next one now. So let's continue here. And we can, or we should be able to refill these propane torches with the propane tanks, of which we have a few up on the cooking deck. So we'll leave a gap there for a fence. Continue here. And we'll go, I think, one more, because that would just be flush. So yeah, let's go one more up. And we'll go, oops, make sure we're doing the right spot. One right there. And I guess that's all we can do right there. Okay, so we are very close. I I'm tempted to just get ourselves level 4 here. I was going to end the episode, but we're very close. So let's just grab some of these small metal sheets. And let's just do it. I'm just going to do it here. In this room. Our storage room. We're going to put metal. Oh, but I probably have to get rid of the wood floor first. So that may not work. Let's just see if I can put over top. Oh, no, it's scrap metal. It's not scrap metal and small metal sheets. Oh, we do need scrap metal for some of these other items, though. We could do some metal shelves. Well, let's pick up some scrap. We'll do a few floor tiles. Mostly just so we can see how much, if we still get 25 for this stuff. So we're at 617. So let's put down some of these. And we can just put it over top of the wood, which is nice. So from 617 to 623. So we don't get quite as much for the floors. So maybe it'll be better to use these scrap metal pieces for something else. So let's end things for today then. Hopefully you enjoyed taking a look at some of the new additions to Build 40. We'll be exploring a lot more of them, and hopefully in the next episodes we'll be coming across some more weather patterns, including that first snowstorm. Looking forward to seeing that. I like our little fence though around our playground. It's coming along. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Until next time, I'll talk to you all later.